I need is starting again.
You're listening to the Radcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the Radcast. It's Friday, October 21st, 2022. 10 days from Halloween.
So excited. So exciting. And I'm excited about Christmas, full disclosure, because I'm one of those people that I start listening to Christmas music on November 1st. So I am ready.
Yes. Well, welcome everyone to our weekly marketing, business, and news of the world. Christina Yassi, good to have you.
Thank you, as always.
Mr. Nick Weaver.
In the flesh.
He's here. He's in deep thought. Managing, thinking.
Working.
We got a lot going on.
Yes.
A lot of events, a lot of stuff. Right now, as you hear this, Nick and I are knee deep in the Think Billions event. Thinking big, thinking billions.
Out in a castle.
Yeah, we're in the castle.
And I'm at the office.
Yeah, we're in a castle somewhere. Thinking big. The Radcast is on the road. There's going to be some exciting things coming out of that. So looking forward to that with Howie P. Howard Paynes. Big event.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. So, yeah.
Lots of big events this week.
There's lots of events this week.
Advertising week.
Ad week. I remember this was such a big
NYC.
deal. When I was in New York, and you mentioned this a couple days ago, and I'm like, yeah, I guess it is. And it had hit like my Twitter feed or something.
Sure.
So I guess I knew it, but when I was in New York, that was the thing. Oh, it's Ad Week. Okay, cool.
Ad Week and Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Two big ones.
Now I'm like, okay. I mean, it's important for the industry, I guess.
Right.
But
But there were some interesting panels, and the point that jumped out at me was they interviewed Liquid Death's VIP of creative strategy, Andy Pearson, and he said, for us, speaking of Liquid Death, we're always just trying to create relevant content that feels more timeless because our whole thing is entertainment over marketing, which I thought was interesting, just the conversation between
chasing.
Similar, but
there's
so different.
Two things there that I really digested when we talked about this and thinking about for the episode. Two things. Number one, he was talking about they don't chase viral. They do what they're going to do, and they don't chase the viral wave. And I think there's something to be learned there, number one, because what happens is if you chase virality, you actually end up with a lot of audience that doesn't actually buy your product.
Right.
Just because you get viral and you get millions of likes. Well, what if 90% of it's just it's viral, so there's people liking it and engage with it and doing stuff, but they're not your actual customers.
Right, and it's harder to avoid than it is anything else, you know?
So just getting more, and look, I mean, I'm the guy that coaches all the time. It pays to be known, awareness matters. It does. But if you're chasing virality of a lot of people that may not buy your product, then going viral does nothing for you.
Right.
I'd rather 200 people that are my potential customers like and view my content and engage with it than 2 million that have nothing to do with what I'm selling.
It's just a stagnant number.
So there's that. And then, look, entertain or educate. That's what you got to do on social media. And so he's spot on here with entertainment versus advertising. Advertising's dead. That's some profound statement. But, it really is. No one wants to be sold to and marketed to, hit over the head with it.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind, getting stuff thrown at me like the bananas in the grocery store or something, the fruit guy, he's throwing that. That's selling, He smacks me in the head. This is a really ripe banana. It's so hard. It reminded me I need to eat my fruits. Or the free samples of cookies. Hey, that's time and place, selling and marketing.
Sure.
But other than that, I don't want to be in my TikTok feed getting interrupted.
Yeah, if I see it sponsored, I immediately swipe up.
If I'm watching Doc Talk, I do not. I want my dad jokes.
No interruptions, please.
No interruptions. But no, he's spot on. And look, I'm moving this direction, and Nick and I are working on some of this with my content. Trying to keep it educational, but also entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, who didn't like our mac and cheese bit?
Oh, how do you not like mac and cheese?
On a Big Mac. I did get 3 CBD companies DM me.
There you go.
Is that one little CBD comment? CBD? I'm like, no. Oh my God. Yeah, interesting. But yes, got to entertain.
Which is why we have our social media holidays in these podcasts.
This is true.
Happy Reptile Awareness Day.
Hallelujah.
Are you aware of reptiles?
I really do.
Read my lips.
Dislike anything reptilian.
Interesting. Do you just like turtles? Turtles or reptiles?
Don't like them.
Oh, fascinating.
Nothing. I want nothing to do with any reptile.
You're
any
just not.
snake,
You're just not a big animal guy. I'm learning.
Oh, that's not true. Reptiles, absolutely not. I had a cat growing up.
Okay,
Sam. That was the one. Like,
Sam.
like we had an Irish setter when I was born. It was already like 6 years old.
Bless.
So like until I was like 5 or 6, we had an Irish setter that chased every car in the neighborhood, broke its leg like 3 times. It chased cars, and she was the smartest dog. But she chased cars, and she
God.
she'd be the one like hobbling around with a broken leg like 3 times. So lucky she didn't die.
Yeah, that's insane.
It was like the worst habit. We couldn't break her of it. Like if the fence was open or something, she would go galloping after cars.
God.
It's like the dumbest behavior now that I think about it. But I grew up, I have these pictures when I was like 5, and maybe cute at one time. I don't know. And like with my head like back on Babe. And so like it used to be a lot of my passwords, not anymore. So but Babe used to be my password,
so
like a lot
cute.
of stuff, like Babe and like her birth date or something. But yeah, and so I grew up, and then we didn't get another dog again. I got Sam the cat, and Sam was like most cats, didn't really like people. He liked me and would let me pet him for about 30 seconds a day. Would give me that attention.
Yep.
And then no more.
I'm done.
None. No more. Like if I got that in the morning, I wasn't getting it any other time the rest. Like
My cat is terribly needy. So freaking needy.
So I like pets.
Just not reptiles.
Not reptiles.
Noted.
So
just as long as you're aware of them. It's just
yes.
Awareness Day.
Be aware.
Now, will you be celebrating Eat a Pretzel Day while you're in California?
Something tells
On
me there's
Saturday?
not many pretzels at Howie's house. I don't know.
That's a big
These
miss.
pretzels aren't making me thirsty. I think we're going to have like, I don't know, some kind
Annie's
of fancy
pretzels?
pate or something.
Oh, God.
Or, I don't know. Something healthy. Health, wealth, and mindset. So something tells me. As long some Mighty Yum. Yes, Mighty Yum. Hey, that's the Lunchables that are meatless, that are super healthy. That's one of Howie's companies. Go look it up, Mighty Yum. It's a little shout out to him. I will say this, but back to Howie's thing. As long as those mojitos, have some organic vodka, I'm good.
We love to see it.
Yes. Accounting day.
Yeah, Monday.
Oof. I'm a little behind.
A little shout out for our accountants.
Yeah. Kind of looking for a new accountant anyway. If you're out there, give me a call.
Lots of opportunities.
Yes.
And then my favorite, Wednesday, the 26th, National Pumpkin Pie Day.
It's
not for everybody.
Not a pumpkin pie guy.
Not for everybody.
I'm not really a pie guy in general.
Sure.
I
More
pass
of a
on
crumble
pie.
cookie guy.
Yeah, I'm a crumble cookie guy. I'm a brownie sometimes guy.
Okay. That make
Cakey. Okay.
Sure.
But
Not pie.
the crust just kind of gets in the way.
Sure.
Then it's not
I
as
think
sweet,
the crust is the best part. I made a pumpkin pie last year for Thanksgiving, and it was quite an ordeal. There's like a whole highlight on my Instagram of it because it was just everything that could go wrong.
Nicole makes the only pie that I truly like, and it's this like lemon cream.
Ooh.
It's very light.
Lemon. Yeah.
And it has a graham cracker crust.
Okay.
Which makes more sense to me. It's a little sweeter. It's not throwaway like that other crap. And it's light and very good.
Okay. I love lemon. That sounds delightful.
It's very it's light, like whipped cream and
Yeah, like a meringue.
carnation, like sugar-free carnation milk or something
Yeah.
and lemon. And it's sweet. So it's not sweet, but it's not over the top.
Right.
And I thought I'd love a piece right now.
Oh,
But on the 26th,
National Pumpkin Pie Day.
There
For
you
those
have
who
it.
observe.
It's time for another absurd holiday. There's no shortage of dumb things to celebrate. A Radcast social media holiday segment. Yeah!
I want like confetti at the end of it.
We didn't have a confetti gun. Yes. But then somebody has
It's
to
a
clean
pain
it
to
up.
clean up. God, I've been in
Not
so
it.
many shows with them.
I want a confetti, a digital, like on our new, we got a new Roadcaster here.
yeah.
Free promo of Roadcaster. Should have sent us one anyway. Hit the confetti cannon button. I want a button on the keyboard that does that.
Pops.
Oh, that's not it.
Close. So close.
Speaking of close, it's how close I am to all this merchandise right here from our proud sponsor.
And you're bringing some of it to California, I believe.
You see how it lightened up
I
a little
did.
bit?
I
I've
did,
got
yes.
hats galore. If you're at Think Billions and you're listening to this, like during a break or something, come get a free hat.
Complimentary.
At our setup. But yes, we'll have some hats on deck from our great friends, our official merchandise sponsor of the Radcast, Branded Bills, brandedbills.com. Lots of amazing stuff. I washed one of the hats last night. And, sometimes when you washed hats, it's never the same again.
Right.
I think it's better. It's like, this is
you
Branded
broke
Bills.
it in a little bit.
Broke it in a little bit, but it's that Branded Bills quality because there's not like strings or stuff coming out of it. It's
it's not pilling.
It handled the wash very well. And it just goes to show you they make the best hats in business. Brandedbills.com. They've got hoodies, sweatshirts, T-shirts, beanies, all your winter gear, anything you need. They also do custom stuff, just like our Radcast stuff here. You give them their logo. Their design team's pretty amazing too. What was cool is, like with the Radcast stuff, we gave them our logo, and they sent back like 4 or 5 different options.
Yeah,
like
some renders
on a patch, like doing a couple of different things with the logo. I'm like, okay, I like what you did here. So they'll do that for you as well if you go to their custom section. But use Radcast20, get 20% off all your purchases. Also go to our website, theradcast.com, click on sponsors, click on Branded Bills. You'll get 20% off immediately clicking that link. Tell them the Radcast sent you. Brandedbills.com, official merchandise sponsor of the Radcast. A few social media news.
You want to do social media? The first one is TikTok announces a new age limits for live streaming, adults only category. The quote from TikTok is, currently people must be 16 or over to host a live. Starting on November 23rd, the minimum age will increase from 16 to 18. As we consider the breadth of our global audience, we already take a graduated approach to the features that our community can access based on their age.
When I first saw this headline, I thought they're turning into OnlyFans.
Right. I had the same thought. It's
adults only category. I'm like, okay, this is getting Stevie. TikTok after dark. It's like,
No, I don't explain it.
Skin-a-talk. Whatever. It used to be Skinamax. That was always a joke growing up, But no, I guess it's just not that.
No, it's the community guidelines haven't changed. They still have their same rules around nudity and, talks about sex.
This makes sense. I don't think, maybe I'll change my mind on this as my kids grow up or something.
Sure.
Like, why can't they live stream? But right now, this sounds about right.
I agree.
There's just too much. There's so many things that could go wrong. And there's I don't think you're ready for the feedback, especially the DM stuff, like the communicating,
having to keep
the judgment,
track of it.
I don't know. I just think
you end up with people who, if you're sharing, a sensitive topic, right, and you don't want, the youth on there. I don't know. I think it makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised it took this long to happen. I
haven't decided personally, and my kids aren't pressing me yet. I have a 13, 11, 10, and 6. Mm-hmm. And I'm almost surprised a 13-year-old. They watch YouTube Shorts because that's really easy to gate, and it's not doesn't have the direct social
not quite as open, right?
They're just watching, they're not posting, and so we haven't allowed them to. And my 13-year-old hadn't asked to
have their own account.
Yeah, so I don't know when the right timing is, but I'm gonna let as long as they don't ask.
Right, just put it off as long as possible, right?
It's more just I just don't want them to live, breathe, and die by the feedback and attention they get on social media.
Right.
I want them to leverage. Obviously leverage it for business, my personal brand, and I see the benefits of it. And I've already bought, not bought, but I did buy URL. I own all their names already. I signed them all up. They have accounts, they just don't know it yet. With their names. So, but I see the value, but just don't want to go down that road any earlier than I have to.
Don't rush it.
So,
I respect that.
I better respect TikTok trying to get some handle on
Monitor it. Yeah. Speaking of monitoring, Kanye West is buying conservative social media platform Parler to voice his unfiltered opinions.
I saw this.
I have so many thoughts, but the rapper, who has changed his name to Yee, said that conservative voices have the right to freely express ourselves.
We could have a whole episode on.
Look, I'll have a Kanye episode.
Well, let's just say this. I respect everyone's right to have an opinion. And, something tells me, even if he wasn't going off the rails, that the typical hard left would just hate him for going conservative no matter what he did. But we got to admit, he's getting in some weird shit. Like, I don't even know. Like, there's something
something's
that's
up.
off.
Something
that's
is
not
wrong.
Just he's decided to go hard right, even though, admittedly, and I'm not a hardcore Republican. I've voted both sides of the line. I'm a middle of the road, common sense politic guy. Like, I probably lean more towards the right on like business aspects.
Sure.
But like personal freedom stuff. And I don't even want to go down that road, but it's more like, but if you can't at least kind of step back and go, no matter how I feel about certain things that I might actually agree with, some shit's just weird and not right. Like something's off.
There is no excuse for anti-Semitic comments and this cult school that he's starting. Like, it just makes me very, very uncomfortable.
I don't know what it is. Like, it's something's.
He's starting a Christian school.
Well, I'm okay with him starting a Christian school. I'm just not okay with.
Where you have to sign NDAs?
I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. In theory, I'd be fine with anyone starting a Christian school.
Sure.
Any other layers onto it, I'm sure there's something I disagree with. I'm just saying.
Very unnerving.
There's just something that seems, I don't know.
I think it's dangerous. I don't think that it's a safe.
But I just don't think
person.
I just don't think everything is right in the mind.
I agree.
Like,
I think he needs help.
Like, whether his beliefs or whatever he's talking about is hard one direction, something just seems a little.
And always has.
And look, the guy's brilliant on a lot of levels with like his artistic
he's
abilities.
Very successful.
I just think if you're really being objective, no matter whether you agree with 80 or 90% of this, 5% of the time something's weird. I don't know what it is.
No, I agree.
I don't know. I'm not a mental health expert, so I can't.
No, something's wrong.
Path.
Yeah.
But something seems a little, and it's not just because, he's hard right now or he's hard left. It's nothing to do with that, and more my common sense of there's a screw or something off there.
No, it's unnerving.
I don't know. So, but I do believe everyone should have a right to say what they need to say.
Sure, and so does Elon Musk, which is why he's buying Twitter. But he's not making anti-Semitic comments.
That's kind of, I don't know. So, anyway, we'll see. It'll be interesting where this platform goes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fascinating.
I think we should be able to see. No one should have the power to censor someone else. But there's a danger even in that statement sometimes. And so I'm smart enough to recognize it.
Yeah. But
I'm also don't want to be the person that figures all that shit out.
Right.
Like, I'm just going to use my
above
common
your pay
sense.
grade, right?
Yeah, quite frankly. Yeah. Because it gets fucking messy, like deciding who's right, who's wrong. Like, so anyway.
Yeah, where the line is.
We'll move on from that.
Our next article is not Metaverse news, but it is meta news. Meta has been forced to divest Giphy after a long-running court battle in the UK. They lost their bid over the GIF platform Giphy, which now means that Meta will be forced to divest the platform and step away from $400 million in a takeover arrangement.
I don't know the exact impact of this.
That's what was interesting about the article. You finished that.
I mean, I'm on Giphy. I have like 30 million views on Giphy for little stickers that I do that on my profile.
Sure.
Actually surprisingly good for branding. But without knowing exactly how Meta was going to integrate or what they were going to do different, I don't know. It's kind of like you don't know what you were going to get anyway.
And even like in the article, even Giphy said, like, this is not a popular, like the GIFs are becoming a little bit dated. And your Gen Z, Gen Alpha, I think is the next one, like the generation younger, think that it's like a boomer thing, which is, I mean, the fact that Giphy themselves are like, we don't know what's going to happen.
I still like sending a good like if somebody sends me a text or something, like going through the GIF thing, like like a meme or whatever. Yeah. I still like it. Maybe because I'm not a boomer though.
I use them in text. I use them in text.
The coolest sounding Gen there is. You got to admit, Gen X.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Millennials, boomers, Gen X.
I think Gen Z still sounds kind of cool.
Gen Z's okay. It's second place to Gen X.
Sure. Spoken like a Gen Xer.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting that,
No, I and
that so Meta was denied it. Yeah,
it's denied. Giphy, we'll see. I don't know. I still like GIFs personally, but I'm just old.
Keep using them. It's okay.
Yes.
It's okay. The next article is kind of Metaverse news, but because Meta's Horizon, their world, it's shrinking and jeopardizing its Metaverse ambitions. They dropped from 300,000 users to 100,000 users from February to now. An empty world is a sad world, is what the article said. Horizon isn't sticky enough, unlike other social networks, which rely on the dopamine rush of likes and comments and algorithm recommendations. Horizon World is a VR playground that requires you to hang out with your friends and strangers alike with the computer strapped to your face.
I feel like there's a audio soundbite somewhere of me talking about all these metaverses, and we discussed them, and I just said who's using all these things, and it's like, yeah, there's only so much time and so many places, and whether it's dopamine or it's just fucking boring, like
it's just there's nothing different to it, right? Like it's every other video game. It's an Xbox. My brother does this all the time with headphones.
It's called Roblox. My kids play it. It's called
Call of Duty.
More like they've gotten really back into
The Sims.
No, oh my God, what's the name of it? Fortnite,
yeah.
That's like all the rage again in the house, like Fortnite battles, Fortnite stuff, buying skins. God, stupid. Like they don't spend
throwing money at it.
It's like they're not over the top. They'll spend like $10 here and there,
sure,
like once a month. Like I don't let them spend more than that. And they don't necessarily want to spend more than that, but it's crazy what they're willing to even spend the money on.
Right.
But there's only so much time to go around, and one of these metaverses is going to win out. I don't know what it is, and is it all just going to be video games? Is it going to be like we were talking about Wii last week? Like, is this just going to be an entertainment zone where we spend some time just like we play video games? Like, I don't play much, but I'll get on there with my kids and play Madden or like a golf game or something.
To me, the metaverse feels like this thing that will go one of two ways, and it's either going to be super popular for more fringe people, or it's going to be super popular for brainiac, genius, elitists. And I don't know, like, if either of those options is a super positive outcome. I don't think either of them are the end of the world, but I have a really hard time seeing this being implemented into
just be the way that people play video games.
Right.
Like, there's always going to be that 13 to 23-year-old prime, and I know that a lot of older people play some of these games too now, but like the prime younger because they have time. Like, is a mom of 3 that might be 21 now, but in 10 years when she's 32 and she has 3 kids at home, she still only has so much time.
Yeah.
And that baby's got to be fed, and your metaverse is going to have to wait.
Right.
So like, it's entertainment. It's again, until we're all robots, like the baby's got to be fed, the kids got to get to soccer or school. And maybe all those things are going to happen in the metaverse, which I think is how I'm going to answer like a critic of anything I'm saying, how they'd answer it. Well, though you just be doing all those things. Yeah. Well, you're not going to be feeding in the metaverse, I don't think yet.
Right.
And so thus you're always going to be competing with life.
Well, there's also the conversation of will the nuclear, like I would argue the nuclear family won't even look like that in the metaverse. It's not, it's this like whole other thing. It's not just like the single mom with kids. Like it's going to be this whole
dad
other
or whoever, or a mom that's the lawyer that just works her ass off, whatever.
Right.
She doesn't have a lot of time to game or to entertain.
Right.
In the metaverse.
I don't think it'll be mainstream.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be mainstream, but it freaks me out a little bit.
I mean, if Putin starts launching nukes, we might all have to go to the metaverse,
Can you play in the metaverse if you're dead?
That's what they ask in Westworld, essentially. He's kind of like, can we just, the hard drive of our brain be uploaded somewhere. I don't know.
Singularity.
Yeah.
But moving on to our marketing news, which is, again, like kind of social media-y, but Walmart is launching a beta version of their content creator platform. This is really cool. Creators can apply for beta access ahead of the holiday season, and the retailer plans to fully launch Walmart Creator in 2023. The platform also allows creators to apply to be part of upcoming brand campaigns. It's like a coupon code.
How do you watch? What's the social network that you watch?
It's like, so it's not like a social media app. It's kind of like how you have Amazon links, and if someone buys something through your Amazon link, you get kickback. It's like that. I would imagine you make a TikTok, you make a reel, Instagram post, whatever, for a product, and then encourage followers to buy it through your specific Walmart link, and you get a kickback of the percentage. Like
it's always fascinated me because Walmart and even Amazon, like that resell all these other brands.
Yeah.
And have the ability to aggregate these kind of marketing connections. They've tried to do that with like kind of their media buying platform and things like that, because at the end of the day, if I'm Lay's potato chips, since I'm sold in Walmart, that co-branding is valuable to both of us, because there's so many Walmarts that there's a good chance that the high tide of Lay's marketing increases Lay's sales in Walmarts.
It benefits everybody.
Because that's where they go. A lot of people go to shop now. I mean, it's like a lot of, like the third favorite grocery store is probably like a Walmart supercenter, at least in like key metro areas.
Yeah.
So Walmart has this ability to bring to the brands maybe this creator network to promote not only the Walmart brand, but these other brands.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. It kind of gets my brain twisted a bit.
Right. The timing of it is, again, I think is smart. And it's the first time I've thought about a like heavy hitting retailer in a social media space beyond like their own personal, like Walmart's Instagram account, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't think of Walmart as like an aesthetically influencery brand. So I think it's like, I'm fascinated to see where this will go, because I think it's very smart.
Maybe. They're going to become the target of
of social. Who knows? I'm surprised that Target didn't come out with it first.
Yeah.
Our last article for the day. We're kicking off the holidays early. Ritz holiday campaign celebrates diverse culture traditions. This is kind of fun. The campaign is titled Our Holidays, and it features a 15-second campaign spot and a paid partnership with Bon Appetit, featuring a recipe book and a video series exploring how different cultures celebrate the holidays.
Ritz crackers? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I like a good Ritz cracker.
Look, I'll eat them by the sleeve.
Those buttery goodness. It's kind of
like, oh my God, they're so addictive.
It's kind of like, that versus like a saltine. Oh God, it's like, they're the saltines.
Have you had the Ritz cracker with peanut butter dipped in chocolate?
I've had a lot of different variations of the Ritz cracker over the years.
Ritz cracker accoutrement.
But very few things are as good as vegetable soup with some Ritz crackers in it. Mm-hmm. There's go give that as it's getting a little cold outside. But no, it sounds fun. I think Ritz crackers are pretty universal to the like there's lots of between desserts and soups and
casseroles,
accompaniments to charcuterie boards or whatever.
Sure.
Lots of variation. So, it's fun. I have fond memories of Ritz crackers, like from growing up. There's like a nostalgia that comes over me when I heard you talking. You mean Ritz? That I guess their branding has,
and they do just feel like the holidays a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I think it's very smart, and it also feels very American. So the idea of connecting themselves with other food cultures is pretty smart.
Yeah. I wonder if they'd ever sell Ritz crackers at the Ritz,
Or if they had Ritz crackers in the rooms. Is it too luxurious
at the Ritz, to have a Ritz cracker?
Not ritzy enough, if you will. Not ritzy.
Hey, ironically, there's your deep thought for the day.
There you go.
So, there you have it.
There we got it. Another one in the books.
Alrighty then. I hope everyone out there, wherever, however, whenever you are, is fabulous. We appreciate all the support. Reach us at theradcast.com. Look for all the content coming up from Think Billions and for our latest release. Lots of exciting episodes coming down the road. Christina Yossi, Nick Weaver, I'm Ryan Alford. We'll see you next time on the Radcast.